Today we're going through a short interview about our cooperation with WG Match. Makes a lot of fun until now. So please introduce yourselves.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Sebastian, and I'm also a co-founder of then from WG Match. And we were developing an application which is for the shared flat search, and it is based on the swipe principle, for example, as Tinder also has, and should modernize the search for flatmates and shared flats. And the idea came because we are all students and we were also searching for flats, and we're confronting a lot of problems with the current system. And that's why we had the idea of introducing a new application for that search. And we are having right now over 10K downloads and around 100 active users per day, and are based right now in the cities of Lüneburg and Hanover in Germany.
Amazing. Do the other two team members want to introduce themselves as well?
Yeah, sure. I'm Jason. I'm actually a longtime buddy from of Basti. So we've been in the kindergarten together already. So yeah, Basti came to me with the idea of WG Match, and yeah, we slowly started to develop the whole thing. Elias joined our team a bit later, as he will probably tell you in a second. And yeah, so also a co-founder, and kind of working more on the strategy side of things.
Yes, and as Jason just mentioned, I joined after Basti and Jason came to me because I needed a technical part. So I'm the developer. I developed the app and everything around it, and currently maintain it and improve it.
Amazing. Yeah, just going through what we've done so far. I mean, July 7th was our kickoff meeting, and afterward, I think we started with a conversation with David from High Local, the founders there. How was that? How did you feel about that? I think it was pretty important at the beginning to also get in contact with somebody who already got to the point where we want to get to.
Yeah, it was very interesting to talk with him because we are both facing the cold start problem, as you mentioned, then also, which is how to scale network. And he was giving very nice insights of how he reached kind of the tipping point of users, and also gave us some input about how we could achieve it.
Amazing. I think after that, then we had the call where Manu was also in the car driving back from, I think it was Italy or something, going through the target testing tree where we set everything up in the Figma file, going through exactly what our clients like, structuring also the creatives, everything that we had already shot so far. That was pretty valuable. I think that made a lot of, was really necessary. I think you also said, you mentioned that gave you a lot of clarity.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely did. I mean, kind of as a contrast, before we were kind of doing a lot of things that we then brought to the Figma board in our heads, kind of in meetings, on and off. So I think having a clear structure and basically the guidance from what you've worked with already, also with High Local and with David together, kind of, yes, structures that you know work to organize yourself. I think was very helpful and I think very valuable for us. Obviously, we are fairly young still, so I think it was a good experience to go through.
Amazing. Then we all, I mean, also in the Figma, we put also the previous ads that you've tested and also analyzed the customer feedback. And then I think then we had the big time where we dove deep into the technical setup, where we were first thinking with branch and everything, and then at the end we chose adjust. I remember the session I had, with a long session with Elias. I think it was at the end 4 hours once. I think we had it twice or something. Yeah. What do you want to add about that, Elias?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough time. It was not the funniest time in my life, but was okay. Afterwards, many things were easy. That you just need to know where to press. So I had a lot of learnings actually, and now I'm really happy that everything is working. And also the idea of having a completely analyzed system throughout from Google Analytics to our app is working, and it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean that's so important. It took quite, I think it took around 1 to 2 weeks, and that's always the time. And if you have the basis structure, that's one of the most important things also that I would say, because on that you can build. And a lot of time was really cool. But after that, my head was burning. And then we July 30, when 31st, 31.
31st,
31st. We started with advertising campaigns on Meta and then Google and also afterwards TikTok. How was that experience when we launched the ads, the setup assistance, also when we evaluated and tested together, put the testing roadmap on Figma? Yeah, how would you go about that?
Yeah, so it was very interesting to see and to make the experience we had, because we were having such very nice or high quality videos, I think, which we were then advertising, but we had also then in the end some slogans. And then after the first data came in, we were experiencing that probably we need to change the slogans or have to include a certain variety of the slogans. And then we were having new slogans with the videos, for example, which we're then putting online. And we had better results in the end. And then we also introduced other ad formats, and so it was very good. And I didn't expect in the beginning that, for example, such a little thing just as a text, for example, would make a difference.
Yeah, the test different hooks and everything. Going deep into the data, like I think also the testing roadmap is always so important. How did you feel also filling in the data and monitoring it through that? Was that also valuable and helpful?
I mean, definitely, and I think the point that's where we can validate that especially is, I mean, we were going into the whole ad campaign thinking, okay, we are going to spend like 20K on like a bigger digital ad campaign, right? And then we started working obviously with you guys, kind of setting up all the data analytics and stuff, going into it knowing, okay, we are first going to run a few tests, see what's going to work. And I think a valuable lesson from that testing, as Basti said, was that things didn't go as smoothly as we maybe first hoped, and that we pretty quickly also realized, okay, it doesn't make sense to just pump money into digital advertisement without that we're achieving the results that we really need and that we want. So in that sense, even though, I mean, maybe you could see it in a negative way, saying, okay, yeah, we weren't able to run our campaign the way we hoped in the beginning. The positive side of things is, okay, we realize we're not at the point yet where the digital marketing makes that much sense, because, yeah, we just haven't got the setup that we need, and basically saved a lot of money with it that we can then spend once we've reached a point where it really makes sense and we achieve the results that we need. So that's basically a very good example of why kind of testing and looking at the data is really crucial.
Yeah, you're mentioning it at all. That's why we do that. Yeah, and after that, I mean, August 23rd, we paused the ads for now, as you mentioned. Why? Now offline activities. I think we got the WhatsApp from Manu from his girlfriend that the RSD, the freshman bags are out the door, and I think you two, Basti and Jason, you have tomorrow the meeting in Lüneburg. Standing there in front of doing that. That's what's going on, I think, and also in the last Friday and also the weeks before, Manu especially and Asaf Pedro were challenging you with the data analytics, going through exactly what data we got from the ad tests, going through that. Set up different things. Also, Elias has done some deep dives into the data, helped us get that. How was that? How do you feel about that? And yeah, what value did that give to you?
Yeah, I mean, again, very, very interesting, kind of another level above. I mean, we're coming from the data before that we talked about as a digital marketing data. Now we're going into the kind of the entire company data. I think, again, a new learning experience. We took away a lot from it, and I think still got quite a bit of work to do to kind of get to a point where we can not only have a snapshot of our data at the moment, but kind of over time also keep track of the data properly, and then also be able to compare how we're going, how we're standing in comparison to where we're standing now. But that's a journey we're starting now, that we're taking, and I think which is very good that we're going.
Amazing. Anyone else wants to add something? Okay, a little outlook. What are the goals for the coming months for you?
Yeah, so one goal, of course, is to raise the awareness in the cities we are in right now. So basically in Lüneburg and Hanover, to create a community, which we're trying right now through organizing some events, being there with the table on the campus, and just create personal contact, I think, with our target group. And that's very important. So to raise the awareness, to create a community, and then come into the next campaign. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, also, yeah.
Yeah, I think just to add, just because you mentioned it a while ago, Basti, the kind of the cold start problem. Key takeaway from there was also kind of building networks and building these atomic networks. So kind of the smallest network possible for your product to sustain. And I think that's exactly where we're going now. We realized with marketing testing that the smallest network isn't the big city, isn't even a smaller city maybe, but we're trying to focus on just single universities now, which we hope are the atomic network that we're looking for, where we are able to build a proper community, as Basti said, and kind of build it up from there and start building several of these atomic networks. Yeah.
Amazing. Now to the feedback questions. Why would you recommend Dreamdriven?
Would you recommend?
Nobody answering. Okay.
No, I would definitely recommend Dreamdriven. So as Jason also mentioned in the beginning, we are fairly young, so we're also lacking of experience, and we were then facing our first campaign, which we wanted to have, and Jason also mentioned that we just had the thought about spending a lot of money, and he also mentioned then that we were saving through the data analytics we had and through the tracking we had actually a lot of money, and not just spending it randomly or without any good results. So tracking the data is crucial to save money in the end. Yeah.
I think from my feeling, I mean, we had before we started working together with you, there were kind of several points where we could have maybe also gone to a marketing agency and started working together with them, kind of set up some sort of deal, which we all turned down. We didn't feel necessary really, but I think what got us in your case as well was kind of how you were able to work on the same level with us. So it wasn't kind of about you're the marketing experts now and just trying to teach us information, but kind of it really felt like we're working together with you, and I think that's a very important part of the whole thing, because I think that's exactly the experience that we need, not only kind of being given information, but kind of experiencing and working together, obviously in a field that we are not that comfortable in yet.
Thank you. It means a lot. Elias, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I think the point that Jason just mentioned is really important. Before it felt like a team of 3 people, and now it feels like a team of more people, not like a team of 3 with a marketing agency on a hand, like one merged team. And I think that's the value thing. And also like the quick communication with WhatsApp, and it feels like you're really, really next to us, although your distance is a lot between us.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, in general, I think, Elias, what you just mentioned is also really, really important to us, because we have chosen early stage, and we have chosen almost from zero, even though you have already built the app and so on and put a lot of effort in before, but the really big rollout wasn't there before. And that's something that we are just in general passionate about. to work in a team and not like as an external service provider or anything. And taking the learnings that we have day to day from other startups, from other teams right now, what's working, what's not working, and sharing it with you guys, and then not only sharing, but also, as Jason mentioned, applying it and executing it. And that's the really exciting part then. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, guys.
We're through, Bobby?
We're through. Thank you so much and have a great day. Hat echt Spaß gemacht, Jungs. Danke nochmal für die ehrlichen Worte. Kam von Herzen, habe ich gemerkt. Freut mich sehr viel.
Cool. Ja. Jungs, danke euch. Wir sehen uns.
Gerne.
Alles klar.
Gut.
Dann.
Ciao.
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 Danke.